So this is a message to anyone who is looking to avoid narcissists in the future, in your future relationships. And honestly, okay, so I'm just going to start off with look at the dynamics of their relationship with their friends. Narcissists, they just look for anybody who is a good listener, an empath more than likely, who is a good listener by nature, not just in women, but in everyone, or women and men, depending on which gender they are, but everyone inside the narcissist inner circle. They won't necessarily have a lot of friends that resemble their worst attributes, but they will have things in common with their friends regardless of their different personalities. But what you'll notice is that you'll see these men and women with their friends. You'll notice that they are surrounded by people who will listen to them and will not question them. Okay, what this kind of person doesn't want is anybody who criticizes, anyone who questions or otherwise challenges them on any single thing that they say or that they do. And the last thing that a person like this wants is to be exposed. And they don't morally disagree with anything that they do to us, including the abuse, but they know that we disagree so strongly with everything that they do or would do to us, and anyone that they cannot manipulate into subscribing into their falsified stories is just ignored as they hear or say something bad about that person to kind of write them off in their own mind. And then they'll say something to the effect of, oh, I just get a bad vibe from this person, or they seem like that kind of guy, to discredit this person who has questioned the narcissist and the narcissist integrity. And they are immediately disapproving of anyone who challenges the stories that they tell or otherwise puts them in a position to tell the truth. And if they assaulted someone, they just got with a bad crowd, or they did it for money, or whatever a crazy excuse that they come up with. They say they stole to feed their wife and their children when they've never been married. They accidentally ran somebody over in the middle of the night when it was really 2 p.m. in the middle of the day without a cloud in the sky. And as soon as you cast doubt upon their stories, they get defensive and play the victim of supposedly unwarranted criticism and anything. They will do anything to hide their real motives. I have to highlight the importance of being a fact checker whenever you interact with people in general. And the more that you can keep the people around you honest, the better your relationships will be. And you will be a lot less likely to get yourself involved with people who tend to see others as a means to an end and nothing else. And I'm also bringing this up because of the common misconception that these narcissists are looking for the most vulnerable of us to take control of. And I want to tackle that, as everyone is susceptible to a small degree. And this is coming from a person who has always been called strong-minded and who grew up teaching my friends how to spot things like fast talk and abuse inside relationships. And I could obviously give lecture upon lecture upon lecture about these things. And I hope that what I say you will take with you for a lifetime. And I'm at least still mildly susceptible, because being human means trusting others. And we have nothing good in the world if we cannot trust or be trusted by others. And there is nothing wrong with you because you found yourself trusting the wrong person. You are not to blame because somebody took advantage of your basic human decency. This is blaming the victim, which is never the right thing to do. The narcissist firmly believes that women and men will let them get away with anything whenever they say they like how you look, or it has been my observation that, say, like, the more success that any man has with women, or success here meaning a lot of short-term relationships and other kinds of interactions, and the more arrogant they kind of tend to become, especially the narcissistic variety, and they lose their ability and maybe even hide their desire to be arrogant. And in the case of one abusive narcissist that I have witnessed through a client, this is definitely true, and there is no correcting these people. And if they get what they want, they know that they're getting what they want. And if they didn't, they would just think that this person was difficult and label them as crazy and not worth their attention. If you are good at spotting narcissistic and arrogant personalities, then this is your best chance at avoiding this type of person. Say they are loud, condescending, their body language is exaggerated, they walk like people should be moving for them. It is difficult to make simple points to these people. The key to spotting these narcissists is their ego sensitivity. It will give the narcissist away sooner than later. And one of the most important things that I have been taught through my experiences is that egos are real and they are very easy to exploit. And some people have some consideration for this and some people have none. And you just have to know what sets them off in some circumstances, as it's very easy to expose a person with a sensitive ego. What you really want to look out for are signs of stress, aggressive and unnecessarily competitive men and women with sensitive egos that are abusive and often stressed out. They don't seem to understand that competing with other men and women for social dominance or just to seek this award with themselves, with this high praise, that doing this all of the time is making them irritable and giving them the body language that is very easy to read if you know what you are looking for. And more than that, they obviously do have their own unique problems and carry that accumulated stress with them everywhere. As a lot of the times this happens because these men and women, for whatever reason, believe it's okay to embrace that anger. They may even do it without realizing it. And whatever their reasons for thinking like this, whatever they are, they will live by this shitty attitude, thinking that it's not realizing that it's actually stressing them out, and they believe it's actually empowering them. And with the abusive male, they will never see their anger or their ego as something that could be misplaced or that could work against him. Well, that could go for a female as well. They will believe that they were exercising their right to be just who they are.